Plumbers, van tour and cheap racking. My name's Alan Hart and I've been asked loads and loads of times if I could show the back of my van and how I rack my van out, etc. And for obvious security reasons, I'm not going to show you my existing van, but what I'll do is I'll show you what I did with my previous van and how I racked it out and how I made the van amazing for what I wanted for a very small price. So I did get some quotes for racking and they came in at silly prices, near £6,000–7,000. But even for that price, it still wasn't, it wouldn't have been how I wanted it to be. So I'll show you what I did in this video. My view is that you do not need to spend lots and lots of money on racking. You can do very good racking by yourself, and hopefully this video will just give you a few ideas of what might suit you in your van. So first of all, what I've done here, I've got obviously the full floor of the van, and then I've put the ladders in the van and I've marked it all out, the step ladders, just to try and make sure what I wanted to do. I wanted all my equipment to be inside the van, so when I'm driving around in the van, I didn't want to have sign writing on it, and I wanted it to be so that nobody knows what's inside it, really, to be honest. Obviously a gas engineer's van is prime target, or a plumber's van is prime target. So yeah, so we've got those ladders in, we've got steps in, and then in the side we've also made it so you can put your normal toolbox in, and the step up thing to stand on. All the things that you know that you're always going to need in the van, I've tried to put under the floor. The pipe work as well, so I've made it so the pipe work can go under the floor as well. This red racking I bought off eBay, and I just cut it up with grinder to size how I wanted it, and the red part of it is a little bit stronger, and that's where the ladders are going. So my triple extension ladder is going to go in there, and on the left, if you can see the steps, I've got the steps, so the steps just slide under. Just bearing in mind I did this about 5 years ago now, so these things that I might do a little bit differently, but all in all I think it were an amazing job. So if you can see there, I've got the triple ladder goes under the floor, the steps go under the floor, and then we've just started to put the racking in for the shelves on the right hand side here now. So most of the racking is in now on the right hand side. This racking came from eBay, again, just cheap racking that you can get like in a kit. And now we're going to put a section near the front. Put my power flush machine in there, put some tubs underneath, and then you can hide some stuff in the back there as well underneath. We've also got some pull down racking on the inside, so they're like on clips and it just folds away. So you could, if you needed to, you could put more like soil pipes or things like that. You could put them up there as well. You can see there we've got the van vault slider now, all bolted in, so it bolts in under the floor, and it'd be difficult to like drag that out of van. And then we've got us boxing in underneath as well for us toolboxes and the thing to stand on. And then we've got all us racking. So all these blue plastic bits, these came, all this came off eBay, and it were all really cheap, but I just bought all different sizes in bulk, what I needed, just to make it exactly how I wanted it to be. So as I said already, we've got the van vault underneath, we've got the thing to stand on. I can't remember what it's called now. And then if you have a look at top left there, you can see I've got an inverter. So I've installed an inverter in this. And then I've just got some bits of soil pipe and cut them up and put all my drill bits and bits like that in. And yeah, it's just a really, really good van, really practical, and everything has a place as well. So when you go to the van, you can put everything back in the van correctly. So that's my van racking. In total, I probably spent around maybe about £800 maybe with ply and everything else, but it was brilliant, really, really good, really practical, and I'm glad that I did it like that. It does take a little bit of time because obviously you've got to plan it all out and decide, you know, where you're going to put things. But I did like the fact that the ladders were underneath and there were no untying ladders off roof, etc. So if you needed your ladder, you can just pull them out underneath. Same with steps. All pipe work were under the floor on the right hand side, so all my copper, waste pipes, etc. Power flush machine. So all my stuff, all my tools were always in the van. So if I needed anything, it was just there. So really, really practical. If you've got any questions about this, please ask them in the comments below. And I do apologise, this was done about 5 years ago, so I am just speaking of at top of this content, and I didn't really get any video at the time. I'd only taken some pictures, so I've just tried my best to just to put some information together for you, and hopefully you won't need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on racking, because I know I've seen lots of people promoting all these different types of racking, and you know, some of them are really good. Unfortunately for me, I don't believe that they don't fit in the van as good as you'd like, and some of them do. The raised floor part of it, I mean, that raised floor, I did that 5 years ago, and I'd never seen anybody with a raised floor before that. I just did it how I wanted it. As for getting in and out of the van, so some people ask about that. I used to get in and out mainly on the sliding door because I'd made it so there were like a foot section so you could get in and out easy, obviously with the higher floor. Also the van was front wheel drive, so it was lower down. So if you compare that to the rear wheel drive, it wasn't actually that much higher than the rear wheel drive van, even with the raised floor. So yeah, it were good. As I say, if you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.